Mommy, tell me. It's like, you don't want to know. It's really scary. I was asking my mom if it was going to, like, explode, and she said no, but unfortunately it did.
And the smoke was just, like, coming.
I was screaming, and I was terrified. And I thought, like, the world was going to end. I thought, this is all like a dream.
But now, if it happens again, we'll know what to do.
These are the kids of Manhattan's PS 234. Their school is just 4 blocks from where the Twin Towers used to stand. For them, the events of September 11th, 2001 didn't happen at Ground Zero. They happened in their neighborhood. It's September 11th, 2001, and at Manhattan's PS 234, a new school year is just 5 days old. As the day begins, one 4th grader is late, but she and her mother arrive just in time to see the beginnings of a tragedy unfold.
That's why I saw the plane hit, and I had to explain to my mom what happened. I wasn't exactly sure, but I saw the plane had hit something. I thought it was an accident, and then I heard an explosion.
I didn't hear anything. I felt a thud.
Pat Carney teaches 24 students in her 4th grade class.
It felt funny and unfamiliar, and I turned to my student teacher and said, "What was that?"
And our student teacher said, "Oh, it's probably just construction." And we're like, right.
No one could imagine what was happening just blocks away, but they could hear it.
When I heard the sound, I was like scared because I didn't know if it was a sound in the school or not.
I really thought it was something like just a little accident, like a building fire, like a normal building fire. That wasn't really much.
Then I went up to Lael's room and I peeked in and I realized they didn't know anything. They were completely calm in there and they had no idea what was going on.
Then I saw somebody's mom come in and they told Pat what was happening. And she started crying a little.
I went downstairs and got Grace, my daughter, and brought her up with me. I just wanted her with me.
All these parents were coming and taking their kids and leaving.
This kid raised his hand and he said, "Why is everybody running around like crazy out in the hallway?"
I really didn't know what to tell them, and this was my concern because I didn't know them well. You know, I just had these kids a few days.
And then my dad came in, and I never seen him, like, he always has the same face on, and I don't know what the different face is. But this time he had, like, I knew he had tears in his eyes. And I just knew it was something bad, not a little accident. Because usually parents wouldn't come to pick you up if it was a little accident.
Parents and kids begin to leave school.
I got on the subway with my mom. She was screaming her head off, and everyone was looking at her like, who is that crazy person? We were the the only people in that car who knew about what had happened. And we got out, and she was still screaming, and somebody said another hole happened.
A second plane had struck the Trade Center towers.
People were running and dropping things, and the energy changed.
I was sort of like confused because as soon as Pet told us to go downstairs to the gym, I got a book because I didn't want to leave it here. And then I heard parents talking, and I sort of understood.
It was marks on it. Please take your children home. Let's go.
What many kids were quickly coming to realize was that even teachers and school officials were frightened and confused. No one could really explain what had happened.
It was really scary for a lot of kids. They didn't know where their parents were because a lot of kids have parents working downtown.
I don't know how you would say this. We were just so surprised and amazed that a plane would hit it. We didn't speak for about 3 or 2 minutes.
There are no rules for an emergency like this.
Once I got out of the building, I started running towards the school. I was down here in 2 minutes flat.
My mom didn't come. Actually, my friends did. They were like, okay, we're taking you with us. We'll call your mom.
And when I got out, I hugged my mom. That's the first thing I saw. She was like, I can't find Dad. It made me feel scared that something really is bad.
And I was like, what if she's walking home right now when it hit? Like, I hope she's all right. I hope she's all right.
My mom came in and told me to leave right away. Now I thought my mom was going crazy too. Like, there was a hole in the tower and the sharp edges of the metal. That was even more than the smoke or the fire or anything else. It made me go nuts.
First thing I did when I stepped out of the school was I looked at the Twin Towers and I saw people falling out and stuff.
I was screaming and I was terrified. And I thought the world was gonna end. I didn't know if it was a bomb, if it was hijacked, if it was just a plane crash. And it was like chaos.
And I remember just standing there for 2 seconds and looking up. And then this man walked by and he said, how could you let your kids watch this? And it just snapped me back into action. I was like, he's right. Let's go.
I looked out the window across the way, and I saw people running, like a Godzilla movie, running towards me, running, like thousands of people racing, with these terrified looks on their faces.
Pat decides it's time to get out.
I went back, I got my daughter Grace, and we left.